Let me know when you're ready, Mr.
I am ready.
Okay. Our first contestant, Min Le. We will be fine. We will be fine, Min Le.
We are living in such a crazy time. We don't even know when it is going to end. However, according to social media, as long as you do these two things, you will be fine. Number one, stock plenty of toilet paper. And number two, stay away from Asian people. Mr. Contest here, fellow shelter-in-place master. 2 months ago, Orange County had its very first confirmed case of the coronavirus, and things zinked out of control rapidly. One beautiful Sunday morning, my wife and I went to church together. Though social distancing wasn't the norm yet, fewer people showed up on that day, so we had a little bit extra space among one another. Everyone was comfortable and nice and friendly. Then it came to my favorite part. People wishing peace be with you to everyone. I turned to the right and hugged my wife. Honey, peace be with you. And I turned to the gentleman to my left, offer a hand. Peace be with. His hand was nowhere to be found. I looked up and found he was petrified. He bit his lips and hit his grip for a long, awkward moment. Finally, he decided to respond with a very brief handshake before taking out a small hand sanitizer to clean his hand. Several weeks ago, the government began to ask us to stay at home, but I happened to go to the grocery store to buy some food. I collected everything, got in the line, wait for my turn to pay. Suddenly, the man in front of me dropped his line, abandoned all his groceries, including the 2 pack of toilet paper, and walked all the way to the other side of the supermarket so he could wait to pay from outside. That was shocking. We are living in such a crazy time. Every day we are soaked in negative stories like that. And the social media did a really good job amplifying the fear and frustration. Let's take the toilet paper for an example. It probably started with some greedy guy empty out the shelf in Walmart and tried to put them for sale on Amazon for $50 per roll. And the day after, we all found ourselves trying to pay for more toilet paper than we could use for the rest of this year. Or after the media shared the story of how the Asian father and kid stabbed by someone in Texas because he believed they could infect him with the coronavirus. Soon after, a lot of Asian Americans started to feel threatened and discriminated against. Fortunately, though we can't control what other people are sharing on social media or how they would react to those stories, we do have an option to interpret and to respond in a positive way. So instead of getting offended, I decided to take a deep breath and gave the man at the supermarket the benefit of doubt. How could I know if he did not have some preconditioned issue that made him vulnerable to the disease, or if he wasn't taking care of someone who did? He just tried to protect his health, and by practicing social distancing, he also protected mine. Or what if I was infected without showing any symptoms? my inconsiderate handshake could have caused a devastating consequence to the gentleman at the church. He could have yelled at me, could have just ignored me. I was so appreciative that he still decided to accept my peace wishing. I was even more happy to see he was prepared. And you know what? I learned from that too. Now wherever I go, I bring this hand sanitizer with me. Fellow Toastmaster, my piece of advice for you. We are living in such a crazy time. We don't even know when it is going to end. However, I urge you to do these two things. Number one, share your extra toilet paper to people in need. Number two, stay positive so we all will be fine. Mr. Contest Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Manley. Madam Chief Timer,